and tensions rising between Thailand and Cambodia, with deadly clashes breaking out along the country's disputed border, and a warning that some of you may find these images that we are about to show you disturbing. Fighting erupted early in the morning near an ancient temple. Both sides have accused the other, firing first hours later. Thailand's military said it deployed fighter jets to target Cambodian military targets. Thai officials accuse Number 10 of retaliating by launching rockets into civilian areas, including a petrol station. They say 12 civilians have been killed in attacks, while Cambodia is yet to report any fatalities. Will Ripley has more in India. A rocket slams into a 7-Eleven near a gas station in Thailand's seaside Cape province. The Thai military says it was fired from Cambodia just miles away. Local officials say the number of dead is expected to rise in Thailand's nearby Surin province. Gunfire, families, children scrambled, an 8-year-old boy killed. The Thai military says this is the deadliest day of fighting between Thailand and Cambodia in more than a decade. A border skirmish now spiraling into a larger regional crisis, fighting up and down the border between the two countries. Thailand's military accuses Cambodia of deploying heavy weapons into civilian areas, rocket launchers, artillery hitting villages, homes, and public buildings. In response, Thailand sealed off all 508 miles of its border with Cambodia, raising fears of prolonged conflict. Diplomatic ties are unraveling. Ambassadors recalled Cambodia calling for an emergency UN Security Council meeting, accusing Thailand's far larger and better equipped army of brutal, barbaric aggression. Thai F-16s bombed Cambodian military outposts, Cambodia responding by attacking a Thai army base. Thailand insists it's acting in self-defense. They say a Thai soldier was wounded in a landmine explosion. Cambodia claims it's only responding to Thai provocations. Thailand's military is more than triple the size of Cambodia's, its air force among the most advanced in Southeast Asia. Cambodia has no fighter jets at all, complicating matters, political turmoil in Thailand. Prime Minister Pathongdan Shinawatra suspended last month for a leaked phone call with Cambodia's ex-leader Hun Sen, a longtime ally of her father, the former prime minister. In the call, she called the Cambodian strongman uncle and even appeared to criticize her own country's powerful military style. That triggered anti-government protests and accusations of undermining national sovereignty. Fighting on the streets of Bangkok. Many don't want war. They also say Thailand needs to show strength. Oh yeah, I want it to end. But if we don't retaliate, they'll think we're weak, he says. From hospitals are evacuating. Civilians are dying. Thailand accuses Cambodia of planting fresh mines at the border, in a place where stepping off the trail can cost you a limb or your life. Cambodia denies adding to the millions of mines that already blight the region. This latest clash began near a sacred temple, one of many sites along a colonial-era border drawn by France, which both countries have laid claim to for more than a century. And with no ceasefire in sight, you have two nations, armed and angry on a collision course that's getting harder to reverse. Will Ripley, CNN, Taipei. This video shows people running to safety in Thailand's southern province amid the sound of gunfire. Thai officials say at least 11 civilians have so far been killed in the fighting. For more on this, I'm joined by Ben Bland. He's director of the Asia-Pacific program at Chatham House. And just walk us through this conflict. What's the history behind it? Well, Becky, like so many conflicts across Asia and across the world, the roots are in the colonial history, actually. So more than 100 years ago, the Kingdom of Siam, which predated modern Thailand, and the French, who were in colonial control over what's today Cambodia, agreed a demarcation of the border, and that's been disputed by Thailand ever since. And that map and the dispute over it is really what caused the flare-up. We've seen at various points in history since then. Is there a fear at this point that this is likely to escalate and quickly? It's concerning. I think the escalation we've seen in the last day. So more violence is being used more, high-tech and damaging, weapons platforms on both sides, and the intermixing of what we see on the ground with the politics. So we have two family dynasties in control at the moment, in Thailand and Cambodia. And there's quite a potentially toxic mix of the domestic politics, the nationalism in each country, and the escalation of violence. And that's really worrying. I guess the hope is that there is a pattern in the path of this happening, and both countries, which do share a lot of economic and cultural and political similarities, having had a track record of being able to climb down. But right now, we're not seeing how that's going to happen. But the hope is that there are patterns from the past that would allow these two to step back. And these are two economies, of course, that have had some success of late. Reputationally, this will not be well, certainly is not a good look. Will other Asian Pacific countries play into this? Yeah, I think lots of countries around the region are concerned. Obviously, China, which has made really big investments in Cambodia, has deep economic and political ties with Thailand, is worried for that statement of concern. ASEAN, the regional body for Southeast Asia, which is partly chaired by Malaysia, has also raised concerns about this and called on both sides to de-escalate. We haven't seen anything more than that for now, because ASEAN and the Chinese government both adhere to this principle of non-interference. So I think they're now just hoping that calling for restraint will be enough, but we just don't know. And obviously, with the escalation, there's a risk that things do get out of hand. At which point, I think it would be helpful for pressure to come either from Beijing or from ASEAN, preferably. But as I said, given their preferences and not interfering, I'm not sure that's going to happen.